I decided to make another short video on selfishness. Apart from the fact that selfishness is actually not bad, selfishness is a good thing, but more importantly, selfishness is unavoidable as part of human nature. We have our self-interest, and we will pursue them. And we can only be happy by pursuing our interests. So giving up what's valuable to you for what is not valuable to you, but is valuable for someone else, which seems to be the definition of unselfishness or altruism, is counter to human nature and cannot lead to happiness. So people will pursue what they consider to be values for them. They will pursue their self-interest, and that's how the world works. So anyway, apart from the discussion of whether selfishness is good or bad, we'll just say that selfishness it's there, it will always be there, and to say otherwise is stupid. But let's say somebody insists that selfishness is bad. Fine, but there are different types of selfishness. There's the selfishness of a man who has made an honest living and has amassed some kind of wealth and would like to keep that wealth, would like to keep other people from taking that wealth from him by force. And there is a selfishness of another man who does not want to work for a living and who demands that other people work in order to support him, to give him food and clothing and housing and cars, food stamps and whatnot. Now, which selfishness is actually more disgusting to you? In fact, the first type of selfishness, the selfishness of a man who would like to keep his property that he has acquired lawfully and by voluntary exchange through voluntary consent of people that he deals with, that selfishness could very well serve as a model for everyone to follow. If everybody worked for a living, if everybody insisted on keeping their wealth from people who want to forcibly take it from them, the world would be in a great shape. But if everybody followed the other model, the second model, if they just sat there on their asses and demanded that other people work to support them because they don't want to work, they couldn't be bothered to work, that selfishness is disgusting. It's the death of human spirit. Death of human spirit. And that is why redistributionist policies and socialism in any way, shape, or form kill human spirit. Socialism is death of human spirit. Exactly right. Exactly right. And everywhere it's been tried, everywhere it's been practiced, it created ugliness beyond belief. It created hordes of people who couldn't be bothered to get off their asses and take a job and hold a job to support themselves. No, those people will sit around and demand that you and I work so they can eat, so they can have their cell phone, so they can have their house, their apartment, whatnot. Disgusting. Disgusting. How can you say that you want to make people happy and at the same time not understand that by perpetuating the welfare state, you create the ugliest specimen of human nature that you've ever seen? People who couldn't be bothered to work, people who demand that others work so that they can eat. Disgusting. So your touchy, your feel-good policies of redistribution of wealth create the ugliest examples of human behavior, of selfishness that you condemn. Got that?